Hey everyone, this is PrinceWatercress, and welcome back to Let's Play Bonk 3, Bonk's Big Adventure, for the TurboGrafx 16 and PC Engine. We're on round 7-3 after getting into the beginning of round 7, where we fought the first 4 bosses all over again. Never got to fight 5 and 6 ever again, amazingly. And then, we did some more exploring. We got a ton of things. There's one more health extension over there. We don't need it, but I'll pretty much show you how to get to it anyway. I'm getting all these smileys because I can, even though there's no reason to do that. Now you can walk through this column, and if you do that, there's a hidden blue candy. And you can use that to wall jump all the way over here. Now I need to turn small again. And actually do some stuff. Now you could. I'll just go ahead and use the flower anyway. Because we can use it to easily get to... I can get to it. I wanna. There's some meat over here. We're gonna get that. We're gonna beat this dude up because we can. And you could go down here. Oh, I managed to destroy him. How about that? You could go over there and just explore a little bit and try to get stuff. But if you do go outside of the path, you're not gonna miss very much. You're not gonna find much of any real use if you go anywhere outside of up and to the right from where you drop down at the start. Matter of fact, there's another one of these extra lives over here. And as much as I would like to take the elevator to the final boss right away, we're gonna go to the last bonus area, which is wall climbing. Great! My least favorites. And I cannot get up there, and I'm trying my darndest. And I'm really trying my darndest. By the way, don't worry about getting crushed, because that actually can't happen. Not in this bonus stage. And I wish there was something other than really bad, like almost. Instead, the game just tells me I'm really bad because I can't make it to the top at all. Thanks for hurting my self-esteem, game. Anyway, let's take on the final boss, which is King Drool. Woo, I don't want touching me like this. Oh, come on. Get on. There we go. Get so hard to set yourself up. You want to hit him in the crown, and eventually he'll become smaller. You want to hit him precisely in the crown, and you also want to make sure you're kind of dead center on him, so that way you don't hurt yourself while you're trying to hit him. And from here, you can just stay in the corner while he's super tiny. You can just keep hitting him like this. At least I think that's how you can do it. Or do you have the aerial headbutt him? We're about to find out if I keep getting no success. And I don't know how you're supposed to do... I guess you had to. And when he turns giant like this, you better be ready to hit him in the center of the crown. It won't take long for you to damage him, and then he'll just be at normal size again. I know I'm going to lose a few lives, and it's mostly just due to how I just keep falling into the lava like a complete noob. I'm guessing if people even use that word on the internet anymore. And from here we just get small King Drool again. And I know I'm taking more hits than I should. 1 and 2. And apparently I need to go to the left. And I think yeah, you can hit him doing that. Okay. Fine with me. Well, all I have to do now is just stand in the corner and just keep headbutting. And this should be enough to take care of the really tiny form that King Drool III has at this point, again. Yeah, he just jumps back and forth and just goes from platform to platform. Just goes from one side to the other. Not much to this. I'm beginning to wonder if this even works. Then again, I only had to air headbutt him once. And how that even is supposed to work, I have no idea. I guess after you headbutt him on the ground so many times, you can get that to work. And then we have the giant form once again. And once you beat him in this form a second time, you've beaten the game. That's it. That's all the final boss battle is. It's even more simple than that in Bonk's Revenge, and it's mostly just down to the fact that I had 40 lives coming into it. So once we beat King Drool III one more time, we free the moon from the underwater fortress. The half of the moon goes back into the sky that we did free. It goes back up there and reunified with the rest of the moon. And from there, the story ends. We've just beaten Bonk 3, Bonk's Big Adventure. And now the credits roll. How does this game stack up? It's not a bad game. Far from terrible. If you like Bonk's Adventure and you like Bonk's Revenge, and I mean really like those games, you'll love this one too. Here's the thing though. Not many people remember this one. And I think the only reason as to why is, one, it was released in 1993, by which point the TurboGrafx-16 was basically done and dusted in the States, and was about to be done and dusted in Japan maybe as well, even though it had done far better over there. And two, there's not much new stuff or anything interesting about the levels to really set it apart from Adventure or Revenge. And sure, there's the candies that make you big and make you small, but that's really the only new thing. And they can take out some cool stuff too, like the warps, for instance. You could warp between levels, or warp ahead a level, skip a level and warp to the one after it if you had enough smileys. But that seems to be gone and just happens to be one of 8 bonus areas of your choice, as long as you had enough smileys. Still a good game though, just not as well remembered as the first two. This game is for all you Bonk kids. Thanks a lot. You're welcome. Now it's time for the mini review. Graphics, if you played Bonk's Adventure and Bonk's Revenge, you know what to expect here. They're still good, they're still crisp, they're still colorful. Not much to really complain about here. There's the sound of music, which is the same as ever. There's still some music. I want to think there's still some music from the previous games in this one, as well as some new stuff. I'm not quite sure, but either way, the music here is more or less on par with what was going on in the first two games on the TurboGrafx 16 and PC Engine. Play control, still the same as ever. Still plays just like it did on Bonk's Adventure and Bonk's Revenge. There's the candy that makes you big and makes you small, but there's not really very many times when you really get to make really good use of it. And sadly, it's the only thing that really separates this game from the first two. Again, this isn't a bad game, it's just, unless you've really played and enjoyed Bonk's Adventure and Bonk's Revenge, not really much to write home about. And finally, there's a replay value. Again, your mileage may vary. You may find this playing is more than the average person if you really like the Bonk series. That's alright. Even if there isn't much to keep you coming back, because again, just like the first two games, it's a pretty linear affair. You go from the first world to the last world, you beat King Drool, you save the moon. That's pretty much it. And there wasn't even much to the story this time. It was just fight King Drool and save the moon a third time again. You didn't see Princess Zop. You only saw the first boss from the first game in his hypnotized state once. I mean, there was a few callbacks in that, and some of the enemies being miniature versions of the bosses from the second game, but that's about it. But if you played Bonk's Adventure, and definitely Bonk's Revenge, you know what to expect here. But once you play through the game once, there's not really much extra to come back to. And the only reason you probably want to play it is if you're playing a bunch of TurboGrafx 16 or PC Engine games that day. That's pretty much it. So, overall, still worth it if you can somehow get your hands on this. Just don't expect a big step up from Bonk's Revenge. If you like Bonk's Revenge, and I mean really like Bonk's Revenge, you'll like this. But even then, it's an alright game. There's really nothing wrong with having this one in your collection. It's just, there's nothing here that really separates this game from Bonk's Revenge. Still doesn't mean it's unplayable, though. It's still very, very, very playable. And I'm glad that I actually took the time to play this one. Just so I can get it off my never-ending video game checklist, I guess. So, if I were to press button 1 right now, it would just take me back to the title screen. Which it will do, by the way. I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to leave the music as it is, as I say goodbye here. This has been Let's Play Bonk 3, Bonk's Big Adventure. Hopefully you've enjoyed this as much as I have, maybe just a little bit more. Hopefully I'll be back with another game. Maybe it'll be good, maybe it'll be bad, maybe it'll be somewhere in between, who knows. Until then, this is PrinceWatercress. Take care, stay safe, thanks for watching, and see you guys later!